Alright, so Turning Point is in the books and it's now time for the Turning Point 2010 review. But before I get into that, I want you guys to, right after the video, take a moment of your time and to please subscribe to Jamie's new main account, and that is Jamie Loves Undertaker. I will leave a link down there below for you guys to check out, and hopefully you guys can do that right after the review. But getting into it, hopefully I can get through this, as short and sweet as I can. But anyway, let's get right into it. And with the first match, we did have the X Division Championship match on the line between Jay Lethal and Robbie E. This match I didn't really care for. With all honesty, it was really nothing special. To make it short and sweet, Robbie E was able to get the win with, I believe, with the neck breaker on the top rope to Jay Lethal. And of course, there you have it. We have a new X Division champion. To me, I was hoping that Jay Lethal will retain, but obviously that didn't happen. But we do have a new X Division champion in Robbie E. The next match we had right after that was the Knockouts match between Mickie James and Tara. Now this one, of course, great knockouts and female wrestlers, and I was hoping this match to at least be a good knockouts match, but this one was kind of a letdown, to be all honest with you. And even though I like Mickie James, she did try her best, but as well as Tara, but this match could have been a lot better. It was basically them still brawling and everything like that. It came to a point when they got double disqualified and the referee couldn't basically take it anymore. So the security came out and everything, tried to hold them down, and that's what basically happened, and they just kept on brawling. So basically they ended the draw, so no really winners in that match. Pretty disappointing, but it could have been a lot more better. Moving along here, we got the Motor City Machine Guns against Team 3D for the TNA Tag Team Championships. And of course, this is with Team 3D's final match. And this match, I had to say, was the match of the night. It is what you would expect from these two teams. Motor City Machine Guns, doing the absolute best. Of course, usually the stuff that they do. Team 3D actually, doing pretty good in this match against, the Guns here. And my pick was for the Motor City Machine Guns to win. Do they win? I will get to that just a little bit. But this was actually, a good back and forth match between these two teams. And we see a lot of double team, by both teams. We do get to see, for the last time, unfortunately, the last time of the use of a table by Team 3D. At one point, I believe it was, Alex Shelley was able to get the reverse, a cool stick reversal, trying not to get, hurt by the table. That was pretty cool, like a sunset flip type of thing. So that was pretty cool on that. But in the end, Motor City Machine Guns was able to get the win. We see a lot of kickouts by, both teams' finishers and everything, so a lot of good back and forth action. If you didn't really care for Turning Point, I think you would have liked that match, just a little bit more, in my opinion. But, it's sad to say that Team 3D, had, well, basically the last match. So, it couldn't go out, any other way, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, basically I want to thank Team 3D for all the memories. Of course, they were definitely one of my favorite tag teams, I'm sure for everyone else. So, it really sucks to see Team 3D, go out, but, I do, thank them for all the memories and stuff like that. But anyway, of course, we still have the TNA Tag Team Champions retaining, so that's what happened there. Moving along, right after that, we had Tommy Dreamer versus RVD, and this actually was not that bad. We do get to see the use of a ladder match, a ladder. It seemed like more of a hardcore match too, and we did get to see the use of a steel chair. We see the bulldog onto the ladder here. RVD going for the Rolling Thunder. A lot of reversals too in this match from the finishers. you know, Dreamer doing, pile driver, I almost said DDT. At one point during the match, Tommy Dreamer had an injury on his wrist there, so instead of giving up in the match, of course Tommy Dreamer was able to fight back and continue the match, and the match did continue for quite some time. So that was actually pretty cool there. We see the Frog Splash missed a couple of times. Um, Tommy Dreamer trying to get the win, and in the end, RVD was able to get the win onto Tommy Dreamer and end it there. And right after that, it seems like the tension between RVD and Tommy Dreamer and EV2 has come to an end. Of course, RVD then showing the show of respect towards the end, so that's basically what happened with that. So that match wasn't too bad. I thought it was pretty good and pretty enjoyable for their match. So I was actually pretty impressed about it. Next match we got here is the 10-man tag team match between Fortune and EV 2.0. Now originally this match I didn't really care for too much, but as I started watching it, this match again wasn't too bad. We see everybody getting involved with this match, using the finishers and stuff like that. If you want to put it this way, I guess it was kind of like the bragging rights tag team match, with everyone getting involved, so it was some sort of similar to that, if you want to put it that way. But this match was, surprisingly pretty good. I was actually a little bit into it. But anyway, everybody getting involved. We see Raw on the outside, the referee getting confused a little bit and trying to bring everyone back inside. But basically, in the end, Fortune comes out on top against EV 2.0. And with that we have another guy leaving TNA, and that is Sabu. So Sabu is added EV 2.0 and basically added TNA with that. So not only did they lose, but they also lost Sabu, meaning EV 2.0. Then we get to towards the main event. Abyss versus the Pope in the Lumberjack match, and this match I didn't really care for too much. We had the congregation as the Lumberjacks I should say, and this to me I think would have been a little better in a way in a singles match, but we did have the Lumberjacks basically Pope trying to get payback and attacking Abyss doing some stuff, but he didn't really do a whole lot in this match. We see the big boot and the splash in this match too as well. Abyss did a little bit, but not a whole lot. But we saw an interesting twist. Eric Bischoff comes out and taunting Pope, really, saying it's all about the money, and the congregation, and of course Pope's brother was actually there, supposedly, and basically turning on Pope and helping Abyss get the win, and that's exactly what happened. I didn't really like how that turned out. I really was hoping Pope to get the win over Abyss, but it was the other way around. I didn't really like that too much, but hey, what are you gonna do? And Abyss is the winner against Pope, so that's what happened with that match. Then finally we got to the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, and this match I didn't really care about either with the main event. Actually, I did see these guys fight each other before. Of course, Matt Morgan was the heel at the time, but Jeff Hardy is the face, and now this time it's the other way around, and for the championship. And this match was okay. Matt Morgan didn't do a whole lot. It was mainly all Jeff Hardy. We see the kicks by Jeff Hardy. I believe Jeff Hardy did a powerbomb at one point, if I'm not mistaken, something similar to it. Jeff Hardy did like a standing up figure four lock too as well, so that was pretty interesting. Just Jeff Hardy, really trying to take down Matt Morgan. We did get to see, the Matt Morgan elbows that he does. But basically, in the end, we did see the two Twisted Fates that were able to take down Matt Morgan, and that's why Jeff Hardy wins and retains the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's basically what comes to a close at Turning Point, and for the whole show. So that's basically it. There is one match I did forget. Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett, and that match was actually pretty good. Really, Samoa Joe in the beginning trying to get payback onto Jeff Jarrett, with that, and Jeff Jarrett actually coming back in the end, and we see the security guys, come into play with this, and help with the attack by Jeff Jarrett to attack Samoa Joe. And Jeff Jarrett actually gets the win with Samoa Joe's own finisher by using the nightstick that the security guards actually used. So that's basically what happened with that. But anyway, Jeff Jarrett, actually gets the win in this one. So that's what happens with that. So that's the last thing I had to get to, and that basically has to do with the view. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.